I need more whiskey for this shit.
So Dismal delivered that as expected.
Yeah, they delivered it as expected.
I've got to say, the surprise of the week, and look at me beaming. Surprise of the week. And I'm going to hand this over to Taters first, because I don't know whether you were shocked when I made my revelation and you were still at work and I was dying to wind you up, but I couldn't because I was over the moon. Andor.
I wouldn't have cared one bit. I would not have cared one bit, Roy. It was, like I say, I was all in for this.
No, Taters, you would have cared if it was shit.
I just wouldn't have said anything.
No, and that's fine. But I just thought, I'm going to kick this off from the first scene. And I know and I went online just to see, is it just me? But just from that first scene, rain, bit dark, a bit moody. Now, I don't expect Blade Runner,
no,
from Dismal and from Star Wars. That isn't why you tune in.
No.
That is not why you tune in. So I wasn't expecting that. But what that first episode delivered, I just thought was just
good,
unexpected, because it was good,
really good.
The dialogue was nice.
Yeah, again, you got the right team.
An Oscar, but it was 35 minutes.
Yes,
and all right. And I know that a couple of people have been reporting that they was determined not to just deliver a program for fan service.
No,
that's the best thing I've heard. But a lot of people are going, oh, well, the first thing they said was they're not doing it for the fans. No. That's not what they said. How can you accuse the writer of Rogue One?
It was the guy that invented the character.
Yeah, that you're not gonna deliver to the fans. Talk about misinterpreting what they said. What they're saying is, we're not just going to deliver the same old fucking shit that the rest of you lot have done on desert planets.
Yeah,
stupid characters. Lizard, and you must appreciate the fact that it's not on a desert planet anymore, and there's a bit of moisture in the atmosphere.
Yeah,
man. Yeah, do you know what? I loved it, to be honest with you. I think my preconception of it being a prequel of a prequel, I still hold that. I still hold that. But that show was so good, the way it was written, it made me forget that, and I was intrigued to see what happens, and it went in a direction I didn't expect it to. No. The opening scene was glorious. The 3 episodes themselves were amazing. I really enjoyed it. I can't fault it at all. The only thing I can fault it on is the formatting.
Yeah, you've got a big stick.
Yeah, so imagine watching Stranger Things season 4 episode 1. You watch the first half hour of that episode, and then you got to wait a week. Then you watch the next half hour of episode 1, and then wait a week. They're lucky. I've never known a show to do a 3-episode premiere. Normally they do 2 episodes or they drop the whole lot. They've done a 3-episode premiere because they knew those 3 episodes should have been the hour-and-a-half pilot episode. It should have been 1 episode. There's no need for it to be 3 episodes.
Yeah, definitely. And I concur.
And I think moving forwards, the issue we're going to have now, because I loved it and I really don't want it to fuck up, they've pulled me right in now and they've absolutely smashed it in those first 3, but it should have been 1 episode. Now it's going to go on to a weekly basis where we have episode 4 next week, episode 5. I can guarantee you episode 4 and 5 should be 1 episode, an hour long. When you do a weekly format, you need to give people enough content. It looks like all these episodes have been broken in half, basically. Yeah, you're not going to wait a week for half, because you lose that momentum again. You really want to get people drawn in. Watching 3 episodes back to back, awesome. Okay, it should have been 1, but awesome. We've got that story. We're into it now. Moving forwards, I just feel like it's going to lose its momentum a little bit. They need to do episode 4 and 5 together as 1 episode, and then the same all the way through. So you got 6 hour and a half long episodes done. There's no reason why they can't do it. I don't understand the reason behind this half-hour format all the time. I really don't get it, because it's a streaming service. The length of the episode is down to them. They can choose that. If they want to make it 2 hours, look at Stranger Things. 2 hour episode,
Yeah.
2 hour 40 episode.
That was
There's no reason.
Finales, yeah.
Yeah,
brave. I used to, but I thought.
Oh, very brave. But there's no reason. There's no reason why they couldn't do that. So I don't get this little. Do they think people can't concentrate for that long? Like what what are they trying to do?
I mean, we're laughing, but there's probably this still higher echelon of the
I
old.
just don't get it.
And there's nothing wrong with it of family entertainment. It used to come from an immature direction. It never ever meant making product. It never ever meant making content for children.
I don't know how. I don't know what I'd be saying. I don't know what I'd be saying if.
I think we're getting near to the point, really, that they're thinking, give them a little half hour.
Yeah, but I don't see. I honestly think my opinion would have been different if we had just been given episode 1, had to wait a week, and then watch episode 2, and then wait a week and watch episode 3, because because episode 2 was the weaker one of them. Episode 3 was glorious. Episode 1 was glorious. Episode 2 was the weaker one.
The link, yeah.
If I had to wait a week for that and only get that, and it stops just as it's about to get going, and then wait another week for it, I'd be like, really? Nothing fucking happened in that bit. But watching it in one go, I'm like, oh yes, this is awesome. And I'm not saying I want to drop it all at once and drop a whole series like Netflix do at once. But if you're going to do the weekly format, give me something each week. Give me a full episode, not half an episode. And I just hope it doesn't lose its momentum.
It will.
Because of that. Because
it will, but
because we always get trapped.
What you're pointing out is
we always fall into that trap.
Yeah. Is don't. I think what you're pointing out, very importantly, is that we've got something good here.
Yes.
And don't let the format.
Yes.
Like kind of spoil it for us.
I know, and I didn't realise as well.
Maybe we just need to wait and binge it. I mean, I'm tempted to wait a cut every 2 weeks and watch 2 episodes at once, because I think you're spaces. To be fair, I think you're.
Thank you.
Because you know, right from the beginning with the Dismal Minus Marvel stuff when you said about WandaVision. If you just watch that as if you was watching a film or a couple of it, whatever it was, I mean, I still think it's shit. I still think you was right about the format of it, and it does make me wonder why they keep doing it.
I don't know why they keep doing it, but one positive of Andor as well, which I didn't realise. I done a bit of research today.
Another positive. There was just one positive. There's
another positive.
There are a lot of positives in the show.
They have already obviously commissioned season 2, but season 2 is the final season. They've got their 24 episode arc. They've got their 24 episode arc, and season 2 will directly link into Rogue One. So that way, funny enough, they've actually got a plan and a full story to tell. They're not just winging it.
Yeah, no. That's
fair play.
That's the thing. Blows up, and they at the end of series 1.
What's that?
It's only half out to squeeze series 2 in. Fucking hell, they're all going to get it in a minute.
I mean, I did notice that when it started, and it gives you the year of 5 BBY. It was just like, Jesus Christ, this is tight.
Right. What does that mean?
Before the Battle of Yavin.
Ah.
So if you go to Star Wars, the Battle of Yavin is obviously when they blew up Death Star. Yeah.
Because I didn't mind that, and I know a couple of people have commented on, they're giving us all this information, and a lot of people. Well, I don't know if you've noticed, I've been a bit critical of Disney minus
really
Dismal.
I thought you loved them.
No, I don't know if you've noticed. No,
you got shares in them, haven't you?
Actually, I still have. Yeah, I still have, and they're tanking hard. They're tanking hard like Brad Pitt at the top of a fucking Sherman in D-Day. They are fucking tanking hard against the SS at the moment. But nevertheless, I'm clinging on for dear fucking life, because if I can get my subscription money back for the past couple of years, I'll be happy. in the meanwhile, I've lost my fucking train of thought.
No, right, listen, we were talking.
Brad Pitt. I'm down there with fucking Indiana Jones, the son of Indiana. in the.
Do you know what though? Who would have thought a series of Star Wars would have opened up in a brothel?
Yeah.
How quality is that?
And with a fight, and with 2 murders.
Oh, and the
Exactly.
fact he just, I mean, I said, I knew there was this character has got a lot of demons, let's call it.
Yeah.
And the fact that he just shoots that bloke in the face. The guy is just begging for his life, and he just shoots him in the face.
And how good was that set piece?
To keep it in the Star Wars, we didn't need to see an head being blown off. We didn't need to see anything graphic, did we?
No, it was good. Well done, well handled.
Come on, if you're going to look at little details, and enough people, enough naysayers, and they're all coming from the same areas of the stratosphere and the facescape, like naysaying this show. But let's look at details, and that one scene of how they held out the fact that the bloke's begging, and we can make a story up, and he's holding the gun there. That's noir.
Yeah, man, definitely.
How they handled that scene was noir. The whole thing, the whole beginning of it, and I've got to admit, I was in as an adult. But if you were, what age range are we going to put to that? Listen,
I still stick by what I said before. I don't think
5 years old onwards, you're in that show.
I don't think this is made for kids.
There was nothing graphic. There was no graphics. There was no graphic violence.
No.
If you don't get it, if you're a little bit retard, you ain't going to get the scene where he's got the gun and you don't see the head blowing off. If you need it explaining, well, go and watch South Park.
Yeah.
But other than that, I thought this was all very well handled by a guy. It's Tony Gilroy. Come on,
yes.
He's the writer, yeah?
Yes.
Who did Rogue One.
Yes.
And he also did the Bourne films.
That's it, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, nice.
You can't tell me this boy ain't this boy right screenplay.
And how good was that set piece in episode 3 in that warehouse with all those chain things falling down?
Yeah.
They're trying to get to that bit.
Really,
it was spot on.
Sci-fi Star Wars stuff, but I was in.
Spot on.
There's no need for Andor to be chasing around for the box either, but they put him in peril to get us through another half hour of telly and put him in.
And
drama.
And going back to my prequel of a prequel, that bit where he got shot and all the bits are coming down and he's trying to get to that box, I was in it. I forgot that I know that he survives because I know he dies in Rogue One. I was in it. I was enjoying it. And that really surprised me. After everything I said last time, I still stand by it, but they've done it so well that I forgot about it. So fair play to them. I love being proved wrong, and they proved me wrong.
I say I had high hopes for this, and I said to you both before, I was all in from the original announcement that they made not too long after Rogue One, and I was sort of like, yeah, this is going to be a good TV show.
How far back they did that?
They did it way back. They did it way back. They told us a long time ago that this show was coming.
My fear is now, though. My fear is now, though, is that with everything we get hyped and then they let us down. We get hyped, they let us down. This time, I can't see it. I can't see it, but if they let us down now, this is going to be one of the hardest falls because not only have we got hyped, not really hyped about it, but we've sort of okay, cool, we're going to go into it, and now we've watched it, and now we're proper hyped, and oh my god, that was quality. If they let us down now, oh my god, I'm going to be devastated, man. I'm just going to blow something up.
I mean, I can only speak for myself, but like when the trailers dropped, I was sort of like, yeah, this is it. This is the one. This is the one. Yeah, this is the show that's going to bring it back a little bit.
They did. I think the first one might have showed us just a load of women fucking about, didn't they? I think every fucking character. I don't think they even showed fucking Cassian Andor in the first fucking trailer, but that's down to the trailer people because these first 3 episodes is one what in the old days. Yeah, of when I first started watching the cathode ray tube, that would be one pilot episode.
Yeah.
And all right, let's forgive Dismal because they've done something decent. I think when they do, when the guys and girls behind the scenes do try, and that you can clearly see they have done it with this, I think so anyway. And
again, it's proven.
what do you two think about? I don't know if you've seen much about the same old naysayers, of which I am one. The first video I ever did for my channel was ripping the piss out of
Kenobi
as a masterclass in comedy, and I still maintain that is one of the funniest programs I've ever seen. Up there, we've got 40 Towers, you've got Kenobi,
Only Fools.
Yeah, thank you, Space Lizard. And I still maintain that. Right. From that, 20 odd videos later, I've watched Andor. I'm wanting it. News 2 have known me a longer time than I've been putting videos on YouTube. But so why are the naysayers the same as ripping the piss out of Kenobi, etc., Mandalorian, and all the stuff I didn't watch, but ripping the piss out of the lot of it? Why are they ripping the piss out of Andor?
Because it gets views.
I can only assume that it's for that reason. Like Liz just said, it gets views.
Don't you fucking start again with Liz.
What's wrong with Liz?
Don't you start. I've got more authority now. I can aim my cannon at you. I'm in charge of the ship.
There's nothing wrong with Liz.
Get rid of that as well.
He can aim cannons now.
I can aim my big cannon at you, mate.
Matron.
Do you know what? Get rid of Favreau. Get rid of everyone. Just get that guy that's written Andor. Get him in charge of all Star Wars.
You mean Feige?
No, I'm talking about Star Wars for a sec. Just get him to do all of Star Wars. The guy that wrote Andor, and then even get him to do all the Marvel. He's writing some good shit there, mate. To be honest with you, just get him to do everything.
But that's what I was saying. Tony Gilroy and Toby Haynes, is it the director?
Yeah, just put him in charge.
Nearly 20 years directing TV.
Exactly.
Not TV, not directing, not fucking just doing an episode of Rick and Morty and that fucking idiot from She-Hulk has done.
But that proves my point. That proves my point in terms of learning your craft.
And they produce a load of crap. Toby Haynes and Tony Gilroy together, when you look at their CVs, you think, if they don't know what they're doing, if you've written,
because they've learned their craft.
To be fair, they're lucky to get a bloke that wrote the screenplay to Rogue One after having written the screenplays to the Bourne trilogy. And what Gilroy and Haynes are doing with Andor is and saying we're not just here to provide fan service.
Yeah,
I'm good to hear it, but they're not saying that in the way that the pricks that did Kenobi and the pricks that are doing the Marvel stuff are saying it, which is, oh, we're not going to make the fans happy. There's a difference.
Yeah, big time.
Big difference. And do you know what? They give us a bit of noir. They give us a lovely robot that is pure Star Wars. They know, because they're intelligent guys and girls, because it's all, even, I'm going to mention about the production design in Andor.
Yeah. Nice.
Brickwork arches and how they just created that new environment. Didn't involve sand.
Yeah.
It was
quite quickly.
Andor is a lot of talk, but we're getting every character is being covered. It's human emotion and it's dark. I mean, the fact that the bloke that grasses up Cassian Andor.
Yeah,
he fancies the bird that he thinks he's nobbing. Is a pure human emotion. It's good storytelling.
Yeah, 100%.
For adults, because they know that these motivations will get us involved in the story and a bit of assault. And we're thinking, fucking hell, I think I'd be a bit jealous. And when she comes onto him, the bloke from the parts department, wherever it is, and I'm thinking, you dirty bird, you know you're playing him, and he's knobbing up. He's going to grass her up.
Do you know
he's going to grass her up in the morning.
You know the one thing that really wound
tonight. He's thinking, do you know what? I hated you, but now you're here taking your top off.
Yeah,
but they didn't show it again. They was adult.
No, exactly.
Andor was good.
Yeah, let's end on a positive.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All these bombshells landing. I think let's end on a positive. We all agree. Andor, it was
top stuff.
The Space Lizard saying, formatting wise, that was one pilot episode, and I agree.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it should have been one long pilot episode.
Times, that would have been one pilot episode of Bionic Man or Battlestar Galactica or Buck Rogers in the 25th century. He's right. Naysayers, I think, for the most part, are down on it to keep their viewers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
Because I've got to admit, and you know this, Taters, if it's shit, I'll say it's shit in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I can honestly say that everything dismal minus Star Wars so far has either been mediocre and all right, like Mandalorian, or subpar, Bibi Fat, or absolutely hilarious Obi-Wan Kenobi, right? But this isn't any of those three.
No. Well, what was the first project? Take away the cartoons. What was the first project that they did? Live action project that Disney. Well, I can't even say the bloody word. Oh, yeah, let's call it Dismal.
Andor, wouldn't it?
Say it was Rogue One, wasn't it?
No,
it
wasn't. No, it wasn't actually. It was Force Awakens. Force Awakens, then Rogue One came out the year after.
Ah, right, okay.
We're forgetting Solo.
Yeah, that come out. That come out a little while later. Yeah.
Oh, that was a terrible film when it's Solo that way. That was so bad.
Again, they had a good story of how Han met Chewie. They didn't need to do what they did.
They didn't need to do the film in the first place, to be honest with you.
Well, yeah, no. I mean, again, it's the prequel. Here's the backstory of one of your favorite characters. The bit that really pissed me off with that film was here's how he gets his name. It is the most mundane.
That was so contrived, but
it was crap. It was absolutely shit.
Perfect. That was perfect. Right at the top of the fucking corporation in that building. Right at the top, they went, I've got an idea of how he gets his name.
Imagine how proud of himself there was as well.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully they all hung themselves.
Probably his fucking third nephew twice removed.
And of course, they had to explain the 12 parsecs. They had to explain the 12 parsecs.
Did they?
Yeah. Oh, I think I turned off by that point, man.
That's been sort of like since fucking day one, 1977. It's just like, but yeah, a parsec is a unit of measure, not a unit of time. So they had to, that partly what that movie was for. Let's explain how he did 12 parsecs.
And no one cares.
No, it didn't make any difference whatsoever.
That's what was refreshing about Andor.
Yeah.
Skywalkers. No.
Yeah. But that, to be fair,
anything.
It lays into, and it kind of goes against what I said last time. But again, prequel of a prequel, Andor made me forget that. But what I also said is, if you're going to do a prequel of something, do it in that universe with characters that you don't know, so it's not tied into your big characters. Okay, Andor was in Rogue One.
So far, he's the only one we know.
He's the only one that we know. And on top of which is what you were trying to say last time, Taylor, which I agree with now, to be fair. But even he's in Rogue One, he's still not a main staple character. He's not your Kenobi, he's not your Luke Skywalker, he's not any of those. So you can be a bit more forgiving, which is why I think as well it's working. Because you're a bit more forgiving with it. Whereas when you're trying to do your big hitters like Vader, Kenobi, and all that lot, that's when it's like, right, you're really messing with someone. I love it.
I do think we are going to see these though. I do think we are going to see some of these big names. I really do. They're going to be in Andor somehow. They have to. Yeah, in Andor. I do. I hope not. I do think there's going to be a Vader pop up somewhere. I really do.
No,
I hope not. I hope not.
Yeah, again, if it's handled, in the right way,
that periphery, you just see it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And they did Rogue One.
Yeah.
I mean, I get what you're saying, but as long as it's just that,
it's just a brief encounter.
and it's in another episode. It's not the finale. It's not building up to it.
Again, Rogue One.
See,
We had Vader for what,
fucking
25 seconds?
Yeah.
That 25 seconds in Rogue One, and it was amazing.
And that was an
How
awesome
good a piece
25
of
seconds.
filmmaking is it when it builds up and it's a piece of music and it's a bit of lighting and it's a bit of movement? And
What did you say then, Liz?
What's that?
What did you say?
That was an awesome 25 seconds.
Yeah, that's what she's
Sound like my missus.
She's waiting for you upstairs, Taters.
Kids are in bed.
She wants both spuds loaded.
Get your spud gun out, mate.
That's the problem. The spud gun. The spud gun's a little bit.
Bombshell. I'm going to bid you both adieu.